friends. Hope you're doing well. So you might notice I have some crazy eyes going on. I was at taking photographs at a performance art dance thing, and one of the dancers was like, "Do you want eyeshadow?" Because they were doing their makeup, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" She's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck, let's go." So I got this, and through having the camera up, there's some on my finger. I forget which finger it's at. Anyway, it's smudged a little, so I look spooky. And I haven't wiped it off yet because I thought it was funny and I wanted to make a video with it. So I'm doing it. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about something that I've been getting very interested in lately. It's known as EDC, Everyday Carry. It's kind of like part survivalist sort of thing, part just like practical, like these are things you should probably carry every day. And it started with like, oh yeah, I should probably get like a pocket knife or something, or like a flashlight, and you get down the rabbit hole on these things, and so now I have like an EDC pouch even, which we'll get to that. But first, I want to water. That's my EDC thermal flask. It's 40 ounces. It carries a lot of water because I'm a thirsty man. So that's good. Also, I'm not drinking Zevia today. I have a Mountain Dew Zero. It's the weekend. It's a Spark. It's like a lemonade Mountain Dew. It's pretty good because I still miss energy drinks. This is like the closest taste I could get to an energy drink, so I'm drinking them. Only sometimes. Zevia still has my heart. Anyway, but Mountain Dew, if you want to sponsor me, I'll drink Mountain Dew every video. But anyway, so I have two sets of EDC. Like obviously I have the thermal flask, and I have this big guy as a Vanquist pouch. I've tried a bunch of pouches, and I think I have like 9 pouches now. Like I tried a bunch of the Maxpedition ones. This Vanquist one was the one that ended up working for me. I think it's like 8 by 5 inches, something like that. I don't remember which model it is, but it's good. Anyway, so I have that and I have that, but then I also have things that ride in my pocket, and so I'm gonna show you those first. So we have choices of knife. So I think like if you're gonna carry anything for an EDC thing, like a multi-tool is the way to go. So I've got 2. I've got a Victorinox. This is the Climber. It was like the cheapest one I could find that had the scissors, because the scissors on these are really good, and I use them all the time. So I use the knife and the scissors primarily, and then every now and then I use a screwdriver. I like this because it's just a little, I don't know, it has a different feel. It's not that much smaller, but it's small enough difference that this one feels better in my pocket. And then I also have this Leatherman, which is a little more functional because it's got the pliers in it. If it'll focus on that. This is the Leatherman Rev. It's a pretty cheap one, and that's by design, so if I ever lose it, I won't be that sad about it. It's good. It's got a knife. It doesn't have scissors, though. I wish it had scissors, because scissors, once you have an everyday carry knife that has scissors, you're like, this is crazy useful. And then Swiss Army Knife also makes, Victorinox is the actual name of the company. They make a little guy that's just a knife, scissors, and a file. And I thought that might be my everyday carry, but it's just too small. Like it works in a pinch, and I have it here at home for when we need to cut bandages and stuff. And I might just put that in my first aid kit. So one of these two is almost always in my pocket. It's usually this one. But if I feel like I'm going somewhere where I might need pliers, like when I go play hockey, like I'll take this one, but realistically I have a different multi-tool with pliers in the hockey bag. And then I have another multi-tool in my car because I have drank the Kool-Aid on this shit. And it's true. It's like once you have these, there's so useful. You use them so much that it's just like you want them, and they're so cheap. Like this is like $35, and it's like the amount of use I've gotten out of it is it's paid for itself. I've only had it for less than a year. Amazing. And then this, I think this was a gift, so I don't remember how much it was, but again, it's definitely gotten its use out of it. So then I carry a flashlight. This is the Rovivon A28, and it's, you might think like, well, I don't really need a flashlight because my phone has a flashlight, but like look at this. So here's my phone's flashlight. How do I go? Like that, you know. Do you even see it on the back wall? No. This guy, boom, flashlight. Like, look at the size difference, you know. Like, this thing is super awesome. I love this thing, and it's got different power modes. So like, you turn it on, and then it's that, and then it goes up, up. I think that's the brightest. But then it also has a red light that you can use as a signal light. Like if you were a bike rider and your bike, you know, just clip it to your back or something. And then it also has a reading light, which has 2 power settings, which is very handy. It's awesome. This was like $50. I fucking love this. I use this every single day because Bear is not a very friendly dog. Bear's my dog. He's a little dachshund. He gets angry at other people and other dogs. Like, he's got some dog friends. He's not like completely hopeless, but like, he does not do well if he sees another dog. He's like, and he doesn't know that dog, he's gonna have trouble with it. And so if their dog has trouble, you know, like, it's just a big thing. So we like to walk them at night. There's fewer people walking around and fewer dogs. And so having a flashlight when you have a little black dog and a dog who, he also plays this game that he likes to call like shit and scoot. So what he'll do is he'll start pooping and you're like, oh, he's pooping, and you'll wait, and like either just as the poop leaves his butt or before it's even done, he just takes off full speed, and so it just flings everywhere, and you're like, god damn it. So having a flashlight in the dark, very helpful for finding his poop. And it wouldn't be such an annoying thing, except he poops probably like 5 times a walk. Like, he always poops twice, at least. So carrying bags, like, that's such an annoyance. So we have a poop scoop, and people are like, why carry a poop scoop for such a little dog? I'm like, dude, man, if your dog shit like 8 times a walk, you'd fucking carry one of these too, because I'm not getting out 8 separate bags. Like, that's just not happening. So anyway, yeah, flashlight, second thing, must have. I love these things. Then we're going on to pen. I almost always have a pen in my pocket. So it's usually, these days, it's usually one of these Sharpie pens. Focus. We'll do it. Nope. Or a Pilot G2. They're both good. They're both fun. I like the 0.5 better. These are both 0.7s. 0.7 works. That's just a thickness. 0.5 is a little thinner, but because I write big and swoopy, having thinner ink seems to work better for me. Excuse me. But if I'm at home, I use one of these. Is a Dr. Grip from Pilot. And the only reason I use these is because, like, when we were kids in middle school, I guess, or high school, like, this was the pen, and it was like the best pen, and if you had one of these, like, you were doing pretty good. Which is such a dumb thing, and they're not even that. I mean, it's a good pen. I like it. It's not the best pen I've ever used, though, and they're only like $6. I mean, they were $6 then too. They have not risen with inflation. So but I don't know. It's a dumb thing that it makes me happy. So it's just $5 or whatever. Then of course I have a squeezy egg. We talked about this the other day. It's good for allegedly good for blood pressure. You squeeze it for a set period, and then you switch hands. And it's supposed to like contract and open up your arteries, and that keeps your blood pressure down, which my blood pressure the last couple days has been in the green zone, the good zone. It's been normal. So I've been taking medication for that, and I was like hypertension too, and now I'm back down into like normal zone the last like 4 or 5 tests. So give it a couple days, test again. Hopefully it's doing the same. I think it's because I've been doing the intermittent fasting again. So I think that's what helps. Anyway, on to the pouch. So this is a Vanquist something, and it's got a Velcro patch that I added, because I call this my bad idea bag, because whenever we have a bad idea, this can usually help us get out of the bad idea. So inside the bad idea bag, it looks like this. So we have a couple things. First of all, we have a lighter right here, fingernail clippers, tweezers right here, lens pen, which is for cleaning lenses, just this little tiny pry bar. It's like a mini crowbar. I don't love it. I want to get something a little bigger, but it's better than if you have to use better than using like a screwdriver on a multi-tool or a knife. It's a little thicker, and if it breaks, it's like $2, so who cares? These nice little screwdriver things, just nice to have in there. They go in a keychain. Then I have in the back pouch, I have 3 different types of USB. So I have a micro USB, USB-C, and then a USB to Lightning. I have actually 2 USB to Lightning cables. And then I have a pen and a Sharpie, and then a pair of headphones, just cheap, shitty Apple headphones that come, with the iPhones. And then I have utility knife, which uses disposable blades. It's nice because if you want to cut something up that you're like, I don't want to, wreck my blade, you just use these, and you throw the blade away, get a new one. They're like, they cost nothing, and I have a whole bunch of them. But it's a little nicer in the hand than just using like a box cutter. And then I have another Leatherman. It's a Leatherman Wingman, and the difference with this one is that this one actually has scissors, which are pretty nice. They're not as nice as the Victorinox climber scissors, but they do the job. So that's why this one goes in the everyday carry case, whereas this one mostly stays at home, just because the scissors are a really handy thing. And this is kind of more just like the apartment multi-tool anymore. It still does come with me some days, but more often than not, it's at home. And then when we need something, to the tools at home, that's usually what we go to first. And then, of course, we have another one of these blades here, just a cheap, shitty blade to cut packages open, mail open, whatever. So yeah, so that's it. That's my everyday carry. At least the stuff of interest. Because then I have a Maxpedition backpack that I use, and that has a couple things in it. It's got like a lint roller, some, what do you call them? It's got a lint roller. It's got some wipes. When you wipe, disinfectant wipes. And then it also has some like moist towelette, like flushable wipes. They're called Dude wipes. The prepper community people said they were the best ones, so I bought those. And what else is in there? Some just bandages and stuff, some aspirin, Tylenol, just that kind of stuff to have. And then anything else I need to put in. So my iPad will go in there, and then any kind of camera stuff. So like if I'm trying to be real low key, trying to be real small package, maybe the lens will go in there. I've started carrying like my point and shoot camera that I used to use for making little vloggy things or little YouTube things. Because I have this idea that I'm gonna start filming sounds out in the wild again, and having that plus a microphone plus a little sound recorder, I think will help me get that done. But then just like sometimes I'll throw little pocket lights, these lights that I use to make the background blue, I'll throw those in there. This stick light that I use as my key light, throw that in there. Just kind of whatever I need. Battery chargers, extra batteries. Just it's a good bag. It's was a little expensive. I think it was like $200 some. But it feels very well built. So yeah, so that's it. That's my everyday carry, in case you were wondering what I'm walking around with most days. Oh, I also have these, they're like, standard AirPod knockoff things. I don't know what the brand is, but they're like $40 on Amazon. They're like the ones Amazon recommends, and they've always worked pretty well. Except I did drop this case, so the case that holds them also charges them, and I dropped that in the parking lot and it got ran over, so I bought a new one. But now I have 2 sets of the earbuds and 1 charger thing. But whatever, the old ones still work, so I'll keep using them. And then when those fail, then I'll just put the other buds in, make it work. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I hope you're doing well, and if not, well, you should let some performance art dancer give you some eyeshadow that you're gonna rub all over your face and make you look really evil and or like you just got maced. So that's it for today. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.